Now, as the user is created, let me go ahead and see whether I can create resources or not. Obviously, I'll not be able to because I can't even see the resources which are already there. And this is the user you see, 3IAM user at the rate of the domain name. Now let's go to storage account. And you see, I can't even see the storage account. It says that there's an error when trying to fetch resources. Because I can't even see, that's why there is no create storage account option also that I have. It says that I'll have to start with an Azure free trial, which is not needed because I already have free tier available with the owner account. Now, how do I solve this? Now, you can imagine that this is a user for your production environment and you want to give only certain level of access to this user. So for my use case and for the purpose of this particular hands-on, I'll try to give only virtual machine level access to this user. And I'll do that using RBAC. So in RBAC, as I told you, there are three components. First is the security principle. It can be a group or a user or managed identity or service principle. I have created the user. So the security principle is already there. And two things are pending. One is the role and the other one is the scope. So now let us go ahead and try to add a role and add a scope. And then we'll use role assignment to combine all these components together. Now to create the role, I'm back to my original user, which is deep-content2208. And here I'll have to create the role at three different levels. It can be individual resource level, it can be a subscription level, or it can be a resource group level. Which one do you want to use? That depends on your use case. Now for my purpose and for the purpose of this demo, I wanted to provide role at a resource level. So if I have to create a role at resource level, I'll have to go to that resource. And this is the VM or virtual machine on which I want to provide the role to the user that I have just created. So go to access control here. So in the access control and IAM, there are multiple options. You have check access, role assignments, and roles. I'll be using built-in roles. I'll not create custom roles. If you want, you can create custom roles also. That is not needed for now. This is something that as data engineers or AI/ML engineers will not be doing. It will be done by the security admin. So that's why I'll just go ahead and create very simple roles. Or basically, I'll be using the built-in roles which are provided by Azure already. Now, as the role is already there, because this is a built-in role and the security principle is there, and I have selected the scope and I'm providing the scope as the resource, and the resource is nothing but the VM that I had created earlier. So all the three components are already there. So now what I have to do is that I'll have to use role assignments to combine them together. So here we have role assignments. You can go here and you can already see that I am the owner, and now I'll be adding the user that I have just created. So click on add and then click on add role assignment. Now here, what role you want to provide? You want to provide a reader role, API management service, and a lot of other roles which are available. Now here you can select the type, and these are the various types, the built-in roles and the custom role. Custom role is something that we create. I have not created it because as I told you that it is created by a security admin. So I can look at the built-in roles, and these are all the built-in roles which are available. Now we have the category, and in category it will tell you the resources, whether it is an AI/ML resource, analytics resource, compute resource, etc. So I'll be selecting the compute resource because this is a virtual machine, and there are only 4 roles available for the VM. If you go to some other resource like storage account, then the role should be different. I'll show you that. So these are the 4 roles available. One is the virtual machine user login, virtual machine contributor, administrator login, and classic virtual machine contributor. I'll give you the details also. What are these roles? The first one is the user login. You can view virtual machines in the portal and you can log in as a regular user. Then you have contributor, and the virtual machine contributor can allow the user to manage VMs but will not be able to access them. So I'll select this. I'll select the virtual machine user login and click on next. Now I'll have to add the member. The member can be an user, it can be a group, or a service principal. I'll talk about service principal in the next video. And then it can be managed identity also, which is also pending. So I'll add the user, right? I'll not use any group or service principal. So I'll select the member and this is the member that I want to select, 3IAM user. It is done. Now let's click on next. You can put some conditions also, but that is not available in free tier. Let me go ahead and review and assign. So what I have done so far is that I have used the scope as the VM, which is this VM. This is a resource level scope. If I want, I could have gone and given a reader access at resource group level, which is one level up than this, or at subscription level also. But I have not done it. I have given it at the resource level. So this user has been added as a virtual machine user login, not an owner anymore. So you see the role is different. And I use this role assignment to provide the role. And you can download the role assignment. It can be in CSV format or JSON format if you want to, and keep it handy. But anyway, the access has been given using RBAC. Now let's go to the other console where I have logged in using the user and refresh and see all the resources. So I'll have to select all resources here. And now I can see the 3IAM public VM. I cannot see any other resource, but only 3IAM public VM. So I have used the Azure RBAC to provide access to this VM. Now let's open this and let's start this VM. It says that I do not have access. The reason is because I have only virtual machine user login role, no other role. So if I have user login role, then the admin has to start the VM and I can only log in using this connect. Now what will I do is that I'll be using the same user or the admin user rather to give access to storage account, because I wanted to show you another resource level access also. To do that, I'll have to go to the resource itself, which is the storage account, and I'll go to access control IAM here and add role assignment. Because the built-in role is already there, the user is already there, I just need the role assignment. And the scope is this resource, which is 3IAM storage account. So I just need the role assignment, and the category would be storage and the type would be built-in role. And these are the built-in roles which are provided by Azure: backup operator, backup reader, reader and data access, storage account backup contributor, so on and so forth. So I will select this reader, data and access, click on next, and the remaining process would be similar to earlier. Just review and assign. So the role has been added. As you can see, it has 3IAM user has reader and data access role. And now if I refresh here, I should be able to see the storage account also. Sorry, I would give the reader access. There might be some nuances that I have missed, but the moment I have given reader access, I can see this storage account, right? So this is how we can use RBAC, and I have used resource level scope. Let me show you the resource group level scope also. And to do that, of course, we'll have to go to the resource group, click on resource groups here, and there are multiple resource groups. What will I do is that I'll select this particular resource group wherein there are multiple resources, and I'll go to access control and IAM. I'm just changing the scope. That's it. I'm adding the user, 3IAM user, in this particular resource, which is the resource group. And once it is done, 3IAM user would be able to access the resources, or would be able to access all the resources as part of this resource group. So let me add role assignment, and I'll just give the reader access, nothing else. So I'll select reader, click on next, and then add the member, which is 3IAM user, and let me assign. Now what I have done, I have changed the scope, and the scope has gone one level up from resources to resource groups. Now I should be able to see all the resources which are there as part of this resource group. So let me refresh here, and I should be able to see all the resources as part of that resource group. So you see here, I can see the public VM, I can see the VNet, I can see everything else, but I cannot do anything as such because I have only read access. So let me go ahead and try to delete this private endpoint. I think I created it earlier. So I'll try to delete this private endpoint. Let me go to the resource and try to delete this using the 3IAM user. It is not the admin user, this is the 3IAM user. And of course it has failed because I do not have, or this user does not have the access to delete the resource. So this is how we can use Azure RBAC to provide authorization to Azure resources. It uses three components. One is the security principal, which can be user, group, service principal, or managed identity. Then the role, which contains the permissions. I have used built-in roles which are provided by Azure out of the box. I did not create any custom role. And then the scope can be at individual resource level, or it can be at resource group level or subscription level or the tenant level also. I have shown you the resource level and the resource group level only. Now, after that is done, we use role assignment to combine all the three together, and then that particular security principle would be able to do as per the role assigned to the resource with role assignment.